Hello, people. So we are here for the shootout between Stefanos Tsitsipas and Andrey Rublev in the red group. So the winner will play Casper Ruud in the semi-finals tomorrow, and it's going to be a cracker, I think. Two players with massive forehands, so we're going to see some forehands getting ripped out there today. And Rublev has been serving massive, so normally I would say he doesn't have the biggest of first serves, but he's been hitting a massive ball on the first serve. So we're going to see some big serve 1+ plays from both these players. There's going to be winners galore, I think. It's going to be an exciting match to watch. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Rublev's going to try and go heavy with the into-out forehand into Tsitsipas's backhand. Tsitsipas is going to try and expose Rublev backhand, but then Rublev recently has been very good at changing direction down the line on the backhand side. So that's good in a way, in a sense, but in another sense, it's not really too much of an issue for Tsitsipas because he defends so well on the forehand side. So we're going to see what happens. I guess Tsitsipas is going to slice a lot on the backhand, try and mix up his pace, avoid Rublev being able to just hit through the ball constantly. I wonder whether Rublev will do something similar. But anyway, we're going to get underway here. It is Tsitsipas versus Rublev. Leave your predictions in the comment section. I think, let's see, 88% of you have gone for Stefanos Tsitsipas. Wow, that is incredible. Very, very surprising as well, but fair enough. Here we go. Tsitsipas to start off proceedings here today. Let's see what he's able to do. Turin looks very well. Oh, poor people just walking in behind Tsitsipas as he's serving. Oh dear. Okay, Panda says, here we go. Yeah, here we go indeed. Whoever wins this, of course, will meet the semi-finals. Good serve down the tee. Backhand is good from Rublev. Good depth down the middle. Backhand to backhand here. Rublev then opens up on the into-out forehand. Slice from Tsitsipas is in. Into-out forehand from Rublev again. Slice again from Tsitsipas, but a short one. It's a drop shot. And it's a forehand down the line from Rublev as he approaches the net. It's not good enough. The backhand cross from Tsitsipas is beautiful. Very interesting first point there. Very, very interesting first point. And the slices from Tsitsipas is a clear tactic from Tsitsipas to utilize the backhand slice and trying to slow down things against Rublev for sure. Rublev was impressive versus Medi, but then offered nothing versus Nole. Steph has impressed me since Paris and continued this week. Steph in 2 sets. What a backhand return from Andrey Rublev. It's a return winner off the backhand side down the line. Beautiful. We wouldn't have seen that from Rublev a couple of years ago, or even a year ago, I would say. That's beautiful to see. So that wide from Tsitsipas. Forehand from Rublev into the net, 30-15. Or says, just FYI, my tennis TV stream is delayed, so my comments are delayed. No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all right. We can talk about things that happened 4 points ago. No, I'm just joking. Good serve down the tee, is it? Well, it's a let first serve. Matthew says, I think we might see a statement by Steph. We could do. We could. We shall see. Rublev is a dangerous player. Had a really good win in the opening game against Medvedev. Good serve out wide, though, from Tsitsipas. And the backhand from Rublev is long. 40-15. Orchid says, come on, Stefanos. Yeah, let me know in the chat who you cheering on. It looks like majority of you are cheering on Tsitsipas. 89% of you have gone for Tsitsipas so far. Good serve into the body of Rublev from Tsitsipas. Then forehand on the line and then finish off with a beautiful volley. Really good from Tsitsipas in the opening game. Holds to 15. Let's see what Rublev can do now. Guys, as well, nearly 30 of you in the chat. Remember to hit that like button, the big thumbs up button. It doesn't cost you anything, I promise. It costs you 2 seconds of your time whilst you're watching. Just literally press it, click it, whatever you're watching on your laptop, your phone. Do hit that like button. It does really help us out with the algorithm. I promise I don't just say it for the sake of it. And do subscribe if you're new as well. Again, we are growing and we do appreciate your guys' support for sure. He says, I'm cheering on Rublev would welcome a 3-set battle. Okay, nice. Good start, says Orchid. Yeah, it was a good start for sure. Let first serve. Serve down the tee. Wow, beautiful from Rublev. Down the tee from the juice side. That's an absolute rocket. Second serve into the backhand. Tsitsipas opens up on the into-out forehand, then goes in to win with the forehand after a short ball from Rublev. And Tsitsipas attacks it easily, 15-all. Rublev with a very good ace to start off the game. But the second serve wasn't good enough there. And Tsitsipas really getting the chance to open up on the into-out forehand and causing issues for Rublev there. Serve into the net from Rublev, second serve. Forehand on the line from Tsitsipas is good. Backhand is deep down the middle. Forehand from Rublev again down the middle. Into win goes Tsitsipas. Cross court goes Tsitsipas with the forehand. Rublev goes down the line with the forehand. Backhand cross. Both hitting the ball very deep here. Backhand on the line from Tsitsipas. Slice forehand from Tsitsipas. Forehand cross from Rublev. Rublev is absolutely crunching the forehand. And he goes down the line in the end. And it is beautiful from the Russian. Massive hitting on the forehand side, dictating proceedings. And he does end up getting in front here at 30-15. Matthew says, would be intrigued by Steph versus Rude match. Can't remember a previous encounter. Oh, that's a good question. We'll have to look that up in a second. Served on the tee from Rublev. Oh, very good forehand from Steph. Right at the feet of Andrey Rublev. And he can only dig it into the net. So, we've got 30-all here. And this could be a little bit of a sticky situation for the Russian if he's not careful. So they've actually played 10 times, Matthew. So we'll talk about it in a second. Good serve on the tee from Rublev. Massive ace. That is inch perfect from the Russian. 40-30. So 6-4 is the head-to-head in favor of Tsitsipas. Last time they played was in Kazakhstan, in Nur-Sultan this year. Very, very slow hardcourt, indoor hardcourt. And Steph won it in 3. Good serve out wide from Rublev. And Tsitsipas isn't able to get that. So the serve out wide is beautiful. And it is 1 game all. So Tsitsipas has won the last 2. Well, he's won the 2 encounters this year. 1 on outdoor clay, 1 on indoor hard. Last year, though, Rublev beat Tsitsipas in Turin. So same place, same surface, in straight set 6-4, 6-4. Interesting. Serve down the tee from Tsitsipas is long. Orchid says, Rublev became my 3rd favorite player because he's so funny aside from his tennis. He's hilarious. Second serve into the forehand of Rublev, but it goes long. So it is 15-love. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity from Rublev on the second serve return there, I have to say. Served on the tee from Tsitsipas is... Well, the call is out, but he's going to challenge it. Let's have a look. He's challenging it, and what? Oh, no. Oh, the system's broken. Oh, dear. What's going on? Here we go. We're finally seeing it. It's out. Okay. Guys, do smash that like button, please, if you haven't done so already. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Second serve into the body of Rublev. Backhand down the middle from the Russian. Then goes down the line again with the backhand. It's really good. Steph tried to approach the backhand side. He attacked that shorter ball from Rublev on the backhand. Goes forehand on the line. Not enough depth on it, though. And Rublev crunches it down the line. I have to say, that is a much improved shot from Rublev. It's becoming a weapon, the backhand on the line. If you're going to approach that backhand side and try and come into the net, you've got to be very, very astute with your approaches. Serve down the tee from Tsitsipas is absolutely massive. It's an ace. It is 30-15. He says Steph versus Rude played twice. That's the encounter I'm intrigued by. So that wide from Tsitsipas. And the backhand from Rublev does go long. So Tsitsipas having it a bit easier on serve currently, but it's not to say that's going to continue that way. Serve is long from Tsitsipas' second serve. Second serve into the backhand. Backhand goes long from Rublev. It is a hold for Tsitsipas, 15 again. So 2-1. So 2-1. Very, very good from both. And as promised, there's been some big hitting from both sides of the court. Massive serving, some big groundies, as the Americans would call it. Obviously, no Americans playing, but I'm sure there's some Americans on the stream. I, of course, am not American. I'm British, so I'll say ground strokes. Don't really say it like that. Right, 2-1 here. And 2 aces for Rublev, 1 for Tsitsipas. The 2 aces from Rublev, by the way, absolutely incredible. The ones down the tee from the juice side. I mean, they weren't just rockets. They were right in the corners. They were just unstoppable. QC is unstoppable. Nihal says, what do you think about Rude versus Tsitsipas, Roland Garros 2023 semis? Rude in a tight 5 sets, I reckon, unless Rune smacks Tsitsipas around. Nihal, this is you're jumping ahead by about half a year. I mean, they might even meet in the quarterfinals. It depends on the seedings, right? I guess your question really is, what happens if Rude and Tsitsipas meet at Roland Garros? Because it could be a final, it could be a quarter, it could be a round of 16. It just depends on how those guys start the year. And Rune might not even be in their half or even their quarter, for example. So I don't know. I think Rude against Tsitsipas is very even. I think on clay, I would edge Tsitsipas in 5, but I always underestimate Rude. And just like last year, where he made the semi-finals of the ATP finals, he's done exactly the same this year. And I wouldn't have backed him, honestly, to do it. I was thinking Felix and Fritz maybe is what I went for, I think, in the end, or Felix or Nadal. I wasn't even thinking of Rude, honestly, and don't I have egg on my face? Good serve on the tee from Rublev. Again, he's utilizing that serve on the tee from the juice side beautifully. It's not an ace, but it's an unreturnable. Tsitsipas can only block it wide. So 15 love. Orchid says, is it just me or does Philippoussis look a lot like Eric Bana, the actor? I don't know who that is, to be fair. Good serve from Rublev again. And the return is shanked long. So 30 love. 2 big first serves, 2 free points for Rublev. Nihal says Rude won't lose his ranking because he didn't play Australian Open. That's true. But Tsitsipas could, as could Rune. So, it depends. Tsitsipas, remember, he defends quite a lot of points at the Australian Open. He made the semi-finals. If he goes out in the first round, he's dipping quite low. Good serve out wide from Rublev again. And the forehand from Tsitsipas goes long. He'll be disappointed there, the Greek player, because even though he's on the stretch, it's into his strength. And that is a pretty bad miss, honestly. Got away with that. Tsitsipas, a beautiful serve out wide from the outside from Rublev. It would have been an ace. It's a let. It's a feather let. He tries to do the same. Love Andrey Rublev sometimes. He does crack me up. Second serve is a double fault. That's fine. I mean, you won't mind that too. If you're going to double fault, you double fault at 40 love. Matthew says Steph will become world number 2 if he wins this title. That seeding will be a big help at the Australian Open. After Novak's 3-hour match day, I think Steph is the favourite for the title. Really? What is going on? Matthew, you said Felix, and now you're saying Steph. Something tells me you don't fancy Novak. Why is that? Not a fan? Good serve out wide from Rublev. The forehand cross from Tsitsipas right at the feet of Rublev. And he rushes the 1+ shot forehand. And, well, he doesn't shank it. He just slices across it and goes wide, 40-30. Serve on the tee from Rublev. And it's a block return from Tsitsipas. Forehand to forehand here now. Oh, massive from Tsitsipas. And what looked like it was going to be a very comfortable game for Rublev is now turning into a very messy one. That double fault has set up. Wow, it opened up the door. And Tsitsipas is, well, he's knocking it down. That forehand from Tsitsipas cross court was massive. Clean winner. So that wide from Rublev is an ace. Hey, whoa! As Rublev would say. Both guys serving very well, said Orchid. Yeah, definitely. Lexi says, Fazan, hi. Just wanted to give my love to Stefanos and Rublev. He should. I know you like both players. Who are you backing to win, Lexi, is the big question. Orchid says, I love me some Webb. I've got to stick with Stefanos today. Game point here for Rublev. Oh, it's another double fault on another game point. He's going for, he's not going for too much. He's just misdirecting it. He's been wide. The two double faults have been wide either side. One has been wide, trying to go into the backhand side. This one was wide going down the tee to the forehand side. Down the tee, though, with the serve from the juice side, which he's utilized really well. Block return from Tsitsipas goes into the net. Advantage, Rublev. So a wide block return from Tsitsipas into in forehand from Rublev. Forehand on the line is wide. He's struggling here to close this game out. No break points to save as of yet. Well, it could change. Here's Juice, the crowd clapping on. I wonder who they're cheering for. I think the crowd have loved Stefanos a lot this week. Good serve on the tee. Block return from Tsitsipas is short. Into in forehand from Rublev. Comes forward, smashes it away. There we go. Advantage Rublev. Makes it Fazan, nothing to do with being a fan or not, just thinking that Novak at 35 having to play 3 days in a row will swing the pendulum to Steph. I'm not sure about that, though, considering that he's lost to Steph this week as well. And lost him. Sorry, Steph lost him this week and in Paris. There were some close matches, but don't underestimate how fit he is at 35. Very short from Tsitsipas, into out forehand from Rublev. Smash opportunity for the Russian. Oh, and then it's deep from Tsitsipas down the middle. Rublev is defending well here until he does succumb to the pressure, and the squash forehand goes long. We are at juice again. Or because it's focus. Thing is, Matthew, what you have to remember as well is that Novak hasn't played much tennis this year, which is a good thing. So it means he's not very fatigued. He's not very fatigued. The back end of this year, like say Nadal is. Yeah, and Nadal's played more tennis than generally, but even then he hasn't played a lot. Also, he doesn't have as many injuries as say Nadal as well. So generally, he's not as worn as Rafa. Rafa, I mean, this isn't his favorite surface anyway. It's his least favorite surface. But for Novak, and you have to also remember they're best of 3. It's not even best of 5. Good serve on the tee from Rublev. Backhand on the line from the Russian. Tsitsipas is hammering away with the forehand down the line, then cross court. Rublev stretching, really trying to stick in there. But again, the slice forehand goes long. We're back to juice again. The thing is, this is very interesting. We'll talk about this in a second about Novak. But I think the best of 3 format does also... It makes a difference because, he won't be tired or anything from that. I know Medvedev, he was a bit tired, fatigued during the actual match, but he's got 2 days rest now. Or does he? No, he doesn't. He played only today, so he's got 1 day, but he's had 2 days for the majority, well, for the whole week, really, until now. Oh, Rublev, serve out wide, forehand into the net. Breakpoint opportunity for Steph. Here we go. Orc says, come on, Steph, get it. This is a big opportunity. So a lot of game points. Rublev, he hasn't converted. Could serve out wide. Block return is in from Steph. Into out forehand from Rublev. Into win from Steph. Forehand cross from Rublev is good. Forehand down the line from Steph is short. Backhand cross from Rublev. Then into out forehand is massive. He attacks the slice of Steph, which was very, very, very floated. And the into out forehand from Rublev was huge. It's just too pedestrian from Steph on the backhand slice. Has to commit more to it. Go low over the net, more spin. He can't expect Rublev not to be able to attack, but he gave him too much time because he was so floated. Gave him time to run around the backhand, and he absolutely crunched that forehand. It was huge. Tries to go down the tees, loving that serve down the tee on the juice side. Does miss it. So second serve coming up. Second serve is in, just backhand down the middle from Tsitsipas. It sits up. Rublev a little bit cramped. Tries to go cross-court the forehand on the up and drives it wide. So another breakpoint opportunity. Most of Steph's return and general defense is impressive, floating it back onto Rublev's baseline. I'm not the biggest fan of Steph's return, honestly. It has improved, I have to say, dramatically in the last 6 months, but it's still... It could do with some work, but he's been a lot better on the backhand side. Just there, that's a very good return on the backhand, to be fair to him, down the middle. It wasn't a block return. It's a proper backhand return, and it sets up the break, and he does get it. Beautiful. It's the backhand there, and what he's done, and I think what he's adjusted is he's said, you know what, I'm just going to shorten my backswing. And it's so, so short. And he's flicked it. This beautiful, like, wristy topspin backhand off the backhand return from Tsitsipas, so deep into the court. Rublev trying to get into this backhand of Tsitsipas. He goes into out forehand, and puts it away for a winner. Breaks at the second time of asking. Rublev had, if I'm not mistaken, 6 or 7 game points. So that's a big break. Can he consolidate it, though? 3-1. Serve into the backhand of Rublev. Then goes into win. Forehand cross from Tsitsipas. Forehand to forehand here. Forehand down the line from Rublev. Oh, into the net. He smashes his racket, catches it as it comes back up, but he's not happy. The thing is, you have to remember, he was 40 love up and he double faulted. He doesn't double fault. I reckon he closes out the game. He makes that second serve. Steph wouldn't have gone big on that point, right? Because he's not going to expend a lot of energy on that. Good serve out wide from Tsitsipas. The backhand goes wide from Rublev. 30 love. The momentum is firmly with Tsitsipas right now. Sam says, brother Fazan, I'll be back. I'm off to grab a pizza before I go home. Vamos Rublev. Are you saying Vamos Rublev just to annoy Lexi? Serve on the tee. Backhand in the middle from Rublev. Great forehand from Rublev on the stretch, but then messes up the backhand and it swerves wide. Tsitsipas rushing in with the forehand down the line. Walker says, yes. Walker says, Steph isn't trying to do too much with returns, they're just getting into play. His game is matured. Exactly, yeah. So what he needs to do is, you're completely right. If it's a really good serve, then he just needs to respect it and say, I'm going to hit a block return deep into court. If he's able to hit the backhand drive, then hit the backhand drive. But the problem is he was shanking a lot of returns. That's beautiful from Steph. Serve out wide, backhand drop volley, and that's very, very good hold. 4-1. So what I would say is, genuinely, that his return, as you said, not just it's just matured, but I think his shot selection on returns has been very good on the backhand side. Forehand side, we know what he can do on that side. And even on return, I think he was a little bit impatient. I think because he knew, look, my forehand's a massive weapon. Now, people nowadays just go predominantly into his backhand side on serve, right? Because they're like, look, his backhand's a weakness. Now, what he started doing is blocking the backhand deep if he knows, okay, right, I'm not in a comfortable position, I'm being rushed. So, and not just on the block returns, but generally all of the backhand returns on first serve returns anyway, it seems like he has accepted that I can't take big swings at the ball. So I'm going to have to time it. And you'll see that with Fed, right? And I'm assuming he would have looked at some of Fed's returns and said, I need to shorten my backswing. I don't need to have a big backswing up here for my return. If you look at Djokovic, who is the best example, his backswing is almost non-existent, but his follow-through is completely there. So shorten your backswing and just follow through. And with Steph, it was like a little kind of just little flourish there when he broke on the backhand side. It was beautiful, but he just timing was exquisite. And he deflected the pace beautifully. Didn't need to take big swings. So that's been impressive. And yeah, Orchid saying here his backhand has improved a lot. I agree. And I noticed it actually, I think it was in Australia actually. And he's clearly been doing the hard yards on it. And I'm happy about it. No, it was actually on the grass. On the grass it was. So that wide from Rublev then goes down the middle of the court. Good depth slice from Tsitsipas on the backhand. Into out forehand. Backhand cross from Rublev. Drop shot from Tsitsipas. Comes forward to the net. Little dink from Rublev. It's a lob volley from Tsitsipas. Rublev, wow, what a get. Smashes it over his head. It's a double volley here from Tsitsipas. And Rublev gets there but can only hit the backhand into the net. What a point. Beautiful from both. Great defensive work from Rublev there. Tsitsipas very good at the net. And in the end, Tsitsipas coming out on top, love 15. Sam says Lexi who? August says, I like that Steph's not trying to be Nolly and smack return winners every time. Yeah, not everyone can do that. Well, he says, what is Rublev's first serve percentage as it appears that Steph's picking up very well? First serves, as in first serve points won, it's only 63%. So that's a very, very good spot, Matthew. Only 63% of first serve points won. It's an ace, though, from Rublev. So it is 15 all, and he has hit 4 today. Tsitsipas only 1, but a lot of unreturnables, you have to remember. Also, Steph hits a lot of serves where he comes in behind it and finishes off the point behind the volley. They go floated backhand, slice return from Tsitsipas, but the second slice is not good enough. He floats that one as well, and he's in the rally, and he has time. Should either hit a drive backhand, or it should be a a better backhand slice. Too short, too floated. Rublev hits a massive into out forehand, 30-15. He's liking that serve down the tee from the ad side this time. Back-to-back aces from that ad side. This time down the tee, so 40-15. Orchid says Fazan's analysis is on point. Thank you. So that wide from Rublev, forehand return from Tsitsipas into the net. It is 4-2. Matthew says Steph is brimming with confidence, having his way with the Russian. At the moment, he is. He's having it his own way, although that was a good hold from Rublev. I'm hoping that that means he might get some momentum back. Guys, well, there's over 30 of you in the chat. Let's see how many. Only 7. Come on, guys. Only 7 likes. If you haven't liked that video, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit that big thumbs up button, please. It really does help. Thank you so much. And it does help the channel to grow. Helps the algorithm with you guys interacting. So please do hit the like button. Do subscribe if you're new as well, of course. We should be doing the semi-finals tomorrow and the final on Sunday. So get involved. So that wide Rublev's return is not in. 15 love. So that wide from the ad side this time. It's an ace. Beautiful from Tsitsipas. Great shape. He's been serving very, very well this week. And he's loved the indoor hard courts for his serve. That's for sure. No outdoor elements, of course. So still conditions. And he's been very good. Oh, there we go. And he's proven it. Massive ace down the tee from the juice side this time. Back-to-back aces. And that's a third of the day. Looking to hold to love here. First serve points won 92% for Steph. Ridiculous. First serve, clip stop of the net cord goes long. So second serve coming up. Goes into the body. Backhand cross from Rublev. Into in forehand from Steph is in. 5-2. Stefanos Tsitsipas. He's well in control of this match so far. Rublev will serve to stay in this set. Because Steph needs to stay focused. It's only one break and Rublev is serving well. Agreed. Yeah, on this quicker surface, you've got to really, once you break, that's it. You've got to be dialed in because anyone can break your back. Well, if they do break you back, it can be hard to just break people multiple times. And so we've seen how many tiebreakers that we've had in this tournament and this week. So when you get the break, you better hang on to it. Really do the job on your serve, right? Make a lot of first serves. Right. Okay, so guys, there are 25 of you in the chat. What's going on? Come on. Hit this like button, please, if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Niha says, yo, Fazan, yo, Niha. How's this fair on Nole? He literally played a 3.5-hour match day and would play Fritz, who has got a decent amount of time to rest for tomorrow's match. It's just the luck of the draw, Niha, honestly. It could be the other round. It's just the way that it's worked out. I imagine that Djokovic is going to be... I imagine that most likely him versus Fritz will be the evening match. Could be wrong. To be fair, it probably should be the morning match, or the afternoon match, because the winner of this should really be in an evening match. But we'll see. Because it's so funny how Steph's walk is a big tell about how he's doing mentally. The strut, I love it. It's true, it is. So I've done the T from Rublev. Is massive. Backhand from Tsitsipas is not made. 15 love. He's utilized that serve on the T extremely well. So out wide from Rublev is good again. Backhand return from Tsitsipas is shanked wide. 30 love. So out wide. Forehand from Tsitsipas into the tram lines. Guys, as well, if you haven't done so already, do check out the Wild West Tennis podcast. It's a podcast that we run weekly through the Americas. And we actually had Brad Gilbert on this week, which was obviously an incredible guest to have. Massive serve on the tee from Rublev from the ad side. Another ace, 7th of the day. 5-3. And Tsitsipas will serve to take a lead in this match and take the first set. Yeah, so Brad Gilbert, who's coached, Roddick, Agassi, Murray, Query, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people, right? On top of also being a former top 5 player, he's played against Borg, Lendl, McEnroe, Becker. So I would I recommend checking out. In fact, I'll put the link in the live chat. Definitely check it out. Backhand to backhand exchanges. Slice from Steph. And the into-out forehand from Rublev goes into the net. 15 love. That was a better slice from Steph. Yeah, I do recommend checking out the chat with Brad Gilbert. I'll put it in the chat because I genuinely think you guys would love it. He's so insightful. Of course, he's one of the legends of the game. I mean, he's coached some of the best to ever do it. Andy Murray and Andrey Agassi, to name just 2. So, well worth listening to. Second serve from Tsitsipas. Backhand from Rublev goes wide and return. We're disappointed with that. It's 30 love. So I've done a T from Tsitsipas. It's huge. It's a 4th ace of the day. 40 love. He has 3 set points. Oh, dear. What do you think of Steph's attire? Talk about that at the break. First serve, clips off the net cord and goes long. Second serve into the forehand of Rublev. And the forehand goes long. Steph wraps it up 6-3. I have to say it's been an impressive set from the Greek player. Always look the more comfortable on serve. Shay says the Greek is there because Sasha is not. The Greek is there because no. Shelley, not necessarily. Oh my God. That can't be right. The stats are saying Tsitsipas has hit 0 unforced errors. No way. What? 10 winners and 0 unforced errors. I haven't seen 0 unforced errors in a long time. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. They're saying 12 and 9 here. But the official stats are saying, said 10 and 0. That can't be right. I think that's a glitch on their side. I've got 12 and 9 here, 16 and 12, Rublev. Right. But Shelley, I mean, Tsitsipas would still be there, even if Zverev had qualified, because he's number 2 seed, right? So, and even if Alcaraz was playing, he would have been number 3. So he would have made it. Shay says, come on, Rublev. Not a fan of Tsitsipas, I don't think. Orca says, Niha, are you worried about Nole playing Fritzlar? Have you seen Nole lately? Orca says, sew it up, Steph. It's true. Shay says, this is sickening for Rublev. When it says far too easy for Steph, no pressure coming back from Rublev. Rublev has to play a lot better. I think Rublev will pick it up in set 2. He had a nervy start. It's not the draw for Zion, it's the green group, which has a slight advantage with the data rest in hand. I agree. Red group does have players with greater aura, but that's so unfair. Buffer day recommended. Yeah, or maybe what they should have done is maybe they should have mixed it up, right? As in had one red and one green group match on the Thursday, and then one red and one green group match on the Friday. And then obviously the winners from those 2 days will play at the same time, right? So then no one has an advantage. Forehand from Tsitsipas is good as we go into the rally here. Rublev serving first in the second set. Slice from Tsitsipas down the middle, backhand to backhand here. Backhand down the line for Tsitsipas is hit very clean. So we carry on. Oh, and it sets up a beautiful forehand. Into out from Tsitsipas. Absolutely crunched. Walker says, lol, Steph Bagel down for says, yeah, I think that was a mistake. That was a glitch. Shelly says, didn't Sasha win this 3 times? No. He's only won it once, hasn't he? So, or twice maximum. Let's see. Ow. He's only won it once, I'm pretty sure. So wide, backhand down the line from Rublev. Then goes down the line again with the forehand. Into out forehand from Rublev. Backhand cross from Tsitsipas is good. Then goes backhand again. Backhand to backhand here. Down the line goes Steph. Forehand on the stretch from Rublev into the net. Very good from Steph, dictating on the backhand. Yeah, Shelley. So he made the final last year. Zverev lost to Medvedev. So that's probably what you're thinking of. But yeah, only won once. Walker says, what does Zverev have to do with Tsitsipas? They're competitors. They are. It's true. Walker says, Fazano, Steph does get another crack at Nole. Do you think serve and volley would be effective against Nole? It's very difficult to say whether that would be effective. Could sell out wide from Rublev. Tsitsipas goes forehand long. It can be effective. We saw Kyrgios utilize it quite well against Djokovic at Wimbledon. And if he had better temperament, he could have even won that match, honestly. But Tsitsipas needs to choose his times wise. He's a bit predictable sometimes with the serve and volley. Backhand cross from Tsitsipas, then scampers on the forehand side. It's a massive in-twin forehand from Rublev. 30-all, very good from the Russian. He is fighting. Because Fazano, Steph does get another crack. Yeah, so we'll see. Traces and Sasha usually defeats him. This has become a mismatch, as Matthew. Tsitsipas has a winning head-to-head against Zverev. So on the tee is good. Just makes the return to Tsitsipas. Rublev swats it away. Shay says, I shall check. Check away. See, how many times has he won it? He has won it twice. He won it. Oh, he did win it last year. You're right. He won it against Medvedev. Yeah, it wasn't. He did make the final and he won it. What am I talking about? He beat Medvedev in the final, I remember. Forehand to forehand. I even covered the match on here. I remember watching it, and then he was the underdog because Medvedev had just won the US Open. So everyone thought that Medvedev would win, but he was very flat, and Zverev played very well. Juice here, Rublev in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, Orchid says, no, Zverev won the ATP final twice. Yep. Matthew says, Nihar, only thing you can do is start a tournament on Saturday and final group ties on Thursday. So all semi-finals have at least 2 days. That's true. Yeah, they could have done that. I'm not sure why they didn't. Let's do 3 matches on the Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, no, you didn't do 4, wouldn't you? You could do that. You could do that, couldn't you? Second serve, backhand cross from Tsitsipas, backhand to backhand. The problem is the doubles, right? Anyway, into out forehand from Tsitsipas, then goes forehand cross. Forehand to forehand here. Slice from Tsitsipas is floated into in from Rublev. Then goes in cross court. Oh, squash shot from Tsitsipas goes long. Very good from Rublev. Very good attacking intent on the forehand side. Stuck with it. Didn't go for too much. Just pounding away. And does eventually break through and hold 1-love. Shay says, yep, he was last year, 2018 and 2021 winner. Exactly, yeah. Exactly, yeah. 2018 won against Djokovic in straight sets. Last year won against Medvedev, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why last year is like a blur. Like I covered a lot of matches last year, I remember. And yeah, the ATP finals. It's a good match, to be fair, the final. Medvedev was a bit flat, to be fair. His serve was not very penetrating. Zverev was returning really well, and Zverev just served a lot better than Medvedev on that day. Max says, Rublev needs to hit 80% first serves in or he's done. Oh, that's... No, I don't think... The problem is, Matt, I don't think it's the amount of first serves. It's what he's doing behind it. He's only won 69% of points behind the first serve. So I don't necessarily think the problem is the amount of first serves he's making. I think he's what he's doing behind the first serve when it comes back at the moment. Second serve into the backhand of Rublev down the middle. Slice from Rublev is very, very floated. Into up forehand from Steph comes to the net. Backhand from... Oh my God, that is unbelievable. Backhand from Rublev is unreal. The into up forehand from Steph is... I mean, to be fair, it's a good angle, but a little bit short. But Rublev has a lot to do there. He's on the stretch and he somehow passes him down the line with a ridiculous backhand. I mean, he's been watching a lot of Djokovic videos, clearly, on that backhand side. Third on the tee, forehand, into out from Rublev. And there we go. There's the mandatory shank from Tsitsipas. Love that. He's in trouble here. Just taking his eye off the ball a little bit here, Steph. Orcus is focused. Stefanos. Shelly says, yep. He won last year. Yeah, we've gone over that, haven't we? Yep. Orcus says, Tsitsipas versus Zverev. Head-to-head is 8-4 in favor of Tsitsipas. So Sasha does not beat Steph. That's to do with... you have to remember, though, to be fair, that Orchid... you have to bear in mind what surface has been played on. The second serve from Tsitsipas steps in, goes forehand cross. Forehand from Rublev down the line. Isn't made. 15-30. Because Tsitsipas has... I think won the majority of the matches on clay. On hard court, though, I think it's a different story. I think it's pretty even. If I'm not mistaken. Because, come on, Steph, get this done in 2. Your buddy Cam refers to Sasha as a ghost on the courts. Lol. He is. He's a ghost when... Well, he's a ghost when the double faults start coming out. So out wide from Tsitsipas, then goes into in. Forehand from Rublev is long. Almost... Got across the forehand side too much there. Cramped himself a little bit, Rublev. Love 30 really, really well to get to love 30. I'll be disappointed now to find himself a 30 all in the return game. Needs to break here, you feel. It's a big, big game because he had a lot of momentum at the start of it. Starting to dissipate now. Second serve is good. Forehand is good from Rublev, but not good enough. Right into the forehand of Tsitsipas, and he goes down the line. Clean winner on these faster courts, 40-30. Nihar says Ruud and Tsitsipas both don't try their best to reach for the ball they give up early. And they know it's too much effort to reach for it. What's your take on this? Well, Dimano, Alcaraz, and FA do. Good set out wide for Tsitsipas is good game. I think they're more selective. They still do reach for it. Like Tsitsipas, for example, did that against Rublev. I think they're more selective about when they expend energy. So, for example, if they are 40 love down on the return game, they're not going to bust a gut running around, right? Because they're like, we're going to like this game's almost done. Whereas if they have a break point opportunity, like we saw, for example, Tsitsipas against Medvedev, Tsitsipas was like, he was tracking down smashes. Like he defended 3 smashes in one of those points, one of those match points, lost it in the end, but it was defending like ridiculously well. Backhand from Tsitsipas goes long, 15 love Rublev, 1-1 in the second set. Of course, Tsitsipas is set up. So I think they're just more selective. Not everyone has the gas tank and the engine to be able to run down every single ball, 20-shot rally every single point. Oh, second serve from Rublev's good. It's angled enough that Tsitsipas is not able to effectively run around the backhand, and his in-top forehand gets blazed wide. Orcus focus Stefanos. It's a very fair critique, says Orchid. But one thing I would say is that Tsitsipas, the first time I've ever seen, gave up on some gets against Chorich, but I've never seen that before otherwise, to be fair. Backhand middle from Rublev, and Tsitsipas makes a mistake on the forehand going out into the net. His level has dropped a little bit. This is a chance for Rublev to... he's got a chance to get in front in this set. I think he will get chances this set, unless Tsitsipas suddenly raises his level again to what he had in the first set. Second serve, forehand from Tsitsipas into is good. Slice from Rublev goes long. See, so if Rublev there starts pounding Tsitsipas, and then Tsitsipas has to run from the backhand corner all the way across the forehand corner to just maybe, if he's lucky, get a racket on it and scrambling it back in, he's not going to bother because he's like, it's not worth the effort, right? I can use my energy on something more realistic. Second serve, backhand into the net from Tsitsipas. It is a hole, 2-1. Matthew says, since love 30, Rublev got 2 second serves and left the return short. Not good enough. Yep, agreed. Shay says, come on, Rublev, do it. Orchid says, Steph losing focus a little bit. Come on, Steph. Step on the gas. Guys, well, thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button and do subscribe. If you are new, we do appreciate each and every one of you for getting involved, as always. Music's interesting, but we like it. We like it. Okay, that's the difference between me and some of the big guys. Cam has 1,200 people in the chat. Wow. He is he's living it up, man, and he's worked very hard for it, to be fair to him. He really has. Right, okay. Or says, or step on the EV pedal. Lol, what's the EV pedal? What's the EV pedal, eh? Well, guys, we're on 4,099 subscribers. So who wants to make it 4,100? Come on. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. I promise. Just means you get alerted to other streams like this. And do hit the like button if you haven't done so already. It does help us out. Thank you. If you want to support us even further, you can do so. You get some cool perks as well by joining the channel. That's, of course, no obligation, but... Right, so this is where it gets interesting because Tsitsipas hasn't been playing particularly well. Serve out wide is long. The call is was out, but Steph is going to challenge it. Interesting. So a slice from Tsitsipas. Backhand cross from Rublev into the net. 15 love. Orchid says, if you don't drive gas car, geek joke. Very good. No, I do drive a gas car, to be fair. I'd like to drive a electric one, to be fair. Good serve on the tee from Tsitsipas. Forehand from Rublev goes wide. 30 love. Nihal says, Rude was too loose against Rafa, maybe because he already topped the green group, yeah. But I can't see him winning over Steph or Andrey with that style of play. Even tied Steph or Andrey for that matter. You got to remember how he played against Felix and Fritz. He'll be up for that, Nihal. I won't write him off. Good serve down the tee from Tsitsipas. Forehand in the middle. Massive backhand cross from Rublev. Good slice, though, from Tsitsipas, I have to say. That's a very good defensive slice. Low over the net. Rublev shanks the forehand. 40 love. And what I thought might be a bit of a tricky service game is turning out to be pretty comfortable for the Greek player. He's got 3 game points. So out wide. Oh, it's an ace 2-all. Very good. Closes it out to love. Electric vehicle says Orchid, don't promote other streams, son. Why not? It's fine. I mean, we're all friends. Cam's helped me out a fair bit. Cam's actually a member of this channel, to be fair. So it's nice of him. And even the GTL guys as well. I was actually their first ever commentator, as in that wasn't those 2 guys. So they reached out and they were nice enough to say, do you want to do some stuff? I was like, why not? Shank from Tsitsipas goes long, 15 love. So we're all friends. Gil Gross as well. I'm friendly with him. He's been on quite a lot of times, to be fair. Stephen from the Slice, great guy as well. He's been on a bunch of times, and Amy Lundy as well. So it's all good. Tasty says, who won? No one. It's still going on. Stefanos Tsitsipas is a setup, though. Rublev 30 love after a fantastic serve out wide as the return isn't made from Tsitsipas. That looked in. Rublev goes out wide. He's running to the mark. He says, okay, I'm not going to challenge. Some of the calls, by the way, have been very, very poor. Very poor in this tournament. And I'm now leaning more and more towards the electronic system, honestly. Second serve into the body. Forehand down the middle from Tsitsipas. Forehand on the line from Tsitsipas. Slice from Rublev. Drop shot from Tsitsipas. Rublev gets there. Dinks it down the middle. Oh, dinks it down the middle on the forehand from Steph. To be fair, the dink from Rublev down the middle of the court is deep, but it's not got much on it. Tsitsipas has all the time in the world to pick his spot. And Rublev is sitting duck as he watches the ball sail past him 30-15. Served on the tee. It's an ace. Beautiful. The call was in. Steph is going to challenge it. Matthew is so poor from Rublev. Looks like he left all his good stuff in the Medvedev match. Even. Oh, let's see. It is in. It's not the greatest of challenges from Tsitsipas. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's starting to play some better tennis. I think also it's helped that Tsitsipas' level has dropped a bit, to be fair. He played very well against Medvedev, I thought. Better serving from Rublev in the last few games. Massive serve down the tee. The backhand block return from Tsitsipas goes long. So he does nudge in front again, Rublev. 3-2. And Orchid says, bang. Bang, bang. Nihal says, Fazan, your analysis and commentary is pretty solid, while other streamers just freak out and jump out of their chairs on some good plays. Very professional view. Oh, no. Am I the boring streamer? I'm just joking. Look, I do get excited about stuff, of course. But I get excited about the really, really, incredible points. I'm like, it's too good. And, I'll give a point its dues or a shot its dues if I think it's incredible. But, yeah, I mean, I try my best to give good analysis. I'm supposed to do a couple of... I'm supposed to do some previews for the semis tomorrow, but I'm going to have to do it tomorrow morning now because after this finishes, it's going to be difficult to fit those 2 in. on baby duty as well after. So yeah, a lot going on. Why is there such a big break? It's a minute break for changeovers, but seems longer. Anyway. Yeah, appreciate it, Nia. I mean, look, everyone has their different style of commentary, etc., and it's just what you like, I guess. Walker says, too good. He says, my prediction is that Steph knows he has his man under control. And when he's ready to step it up and break, he will. I think you give these guys too much credit, Matthew. I mean, look, I don't think Steph can just break whatever he wants. If that was the case, Steph he'd do it now, right? He would have broken him already. He'd be well on his way to winning this. Instead of 3-2 Rublev, it would be 4-1 Steph. So, and it'd be 7-5-1. So I don't think that's the case at all, honestly, in the second set. I don't think he's in control of the second set. I think the second set is very much in the balance. Forehand to forehand here. Slice from Rublev. Tsitsipas comes to the net. Very good volley at the net. Good approach as well. The backhand slice was good into the corner. Good depth. And, even the drive backhand. There's a slice from Rublev. That wasn't particularly good. It was too floated. So it was very, very nice, comfortable height for Tsitsipas. Serve into the body of Rublev. Backhand cross from Rublev. And Tsitsipas. It's too good with the in-out forehand. Rublev's backhand not holding up there. 30 love. Walker says, Fazal, I appreciate that you don't do trash talk. I mean, yeah, what would I trash talk, to be fair? Good set on the tee from Tsitsipas. Backhand from Rublev goes long. Who does trash talk? Other streamers don't trash talk, do they? Who would they trash talk? Another player or something? Walker says, do not relax, Stefanos. Yeah, you can't. No one can afford to relax. You're all going to stay awake. 40 love. Good start wide from Tsitsipas. Rublev clips the top of the net cord, goes wide. Good hold. Very good hold to love. 3-all. 3-all. Very pleasant. Pleasant match so far. Pleasant for sure. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Bots in the house. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So that wide from Rublev. Short return from Tsitsipas. Forehand on the line from Rublev is good. It's good enough. As the slice from Tsitsipas goes into the net. Neil says Apostolos is biased towards Stefanos, Petros, and the third while they're left behind only to play ATP 100s, ATP 50, and doubles at best. Joke. Very good. Very good. Mistake from Tsitsipas on return 30. Love Rublev. Thanks for Zan. We've seen it so often when the business end of the set comes, the more elite players come alive and look to break. We'll talk about that in a second. Good serve from Rublev. Short return from Tsitsipas into out from Rublev. I get what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say is that, you know, in these matches where people are holding serve and there's not many breakpoint opportunities, the more elite players, when it comes to the business end of a set, they'll try and really step on the gas and break so that they can, say, nick the set 7-5 or 6-4, etc. Good serve out wide from Rublev. Backhand cross from Tsitsipas and in forehand from Rublev is put away 4-3. So I get what you're trying to say, but what you have to remember is that any player, any elite player, like pick a Nadal or Djokovic, if they have a chance to beat someone 6-1, 6-2, rather than, you know, like they're not going to not play their best level of tennis, right? And then get to the, and then get to the business end of a set and say, okay, now I'm going to put my foot on the gas. They'll try and do it from the off and blow them away. If that doesn't work, then yeah, like as you said, they'll manage themselves better. They probably won't expend as much energy. For example, if someone's 40 love up, they're serving aces left, right, and center. There's not really much you can do about that. You've got to be patient, wait out, and then when the opportunity comes, be clinical. I think the biggest thing about those elite players is that they're clinical. When the opportunities come, they take them, whether it's at the business end of a set or at the start, they take them and they make them count. especially at the business end as you're talking about. So I think we're on the same page. It's just similar types of views. I get what you're trying to say. I don't sign up to the idea that players are just happy to keep it on serve or try and just stick. Okay, it's fine if I don't win this return game. I'll just keep on holding serve, and then as soon as we get to the back end of the set, then I'll nick it. These guys, they want to blow people away. They said, this is my fake account. I'm Messi. Oh, wow. If you're Messi, then can you please donate £1 million to the channel? There's a super chat icon. You can do that because you're Messi, right? So come on, then. Donate. If you do that, then I can do this full time. Mike says, Petros is playing United Cup. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it should be. I'm assuming he's playing for Greece, right? Three, 4. Serve down the tee from TSITSIPAS is long. Nihal says, well, that's my time. Catch you up tomorrow for the semis, mate. Almost 3 a.m. here. I'm working tomorrow. See you. No worries. Wow, 3 a.m. Commitment. Yeah, see you tomorrow then, Nihal. Thank you for tuning in. Good second serve. The return's very good from Rublev. They're right at the feet of TSITSIPAS. He shanks the forehand long. So love 15. Walker says, let's go. Stefanos hold strong. Yeah, we'll need to. This is a crucial game. He gets broken here. And then, of course, Rublev would serve for the set. So wide. Great return from Rublev into the corner. Into out forehand from TSITSIPAS. Then backhand cross. Into out from Rublev again. Backhand down the middle from TSITSIPAS. Then goes backhand cross. Backhand to backhand. Massive. That was big from TSITSIPAS. He really committed to the backhand cross there. He drove through it. TSITSIPAS. Sorry, Rublev just giving him a little bit too much time on one of those backhands. And what happened is Steph absolutely crunched it. Walker says, stop messing around, Steph. Do this in 2. It's looking like a tiebreaker. Might be how he does it if he is going to win this set. Second serve, backhand from Rublev. It's into the forehand corner. Forehand cross. Sebastian missed. This is getting messy now because it is 15-30. Steph is going to have to be very solid now. He needs 2 first serves. Well, let's go. Yeah, nearly as many unforced errors as in the first set for Steph already. Serve into the backhand. Forehand in the middle. Forehand from Rublev. Forehand to forehand here. Steph tries to change direction. Probably not the right choice. Goes into the net. 15-40. This is a massive point coming up because Rublev has 2 break point opportunities. Where's Matthew when you need him? If Rublev breaks him and then takes this set, I'm going to say to Matthew, who's the elite player then? It's difficult, right? That's what I mean. It's not, I don't think there's a massive chasm in class here. TSITSIPAS is slightly the better player, but it's not by as much as people think. Second serve from TSITSIPAS, especially on these quick indoor hard courts. It's a good second serve. Rublev shanks the forehand, so that's 1 break point saved. Walker says, big serve, Steph. Let's go. .74 hand from Rublev is good. Into forehand from Steph. Backhand on the line from Rublev. Forehand again from Rublev. Forehand to forehand here. Massive forehand on the line from Rublev. Slice from TSITSIPAS on the backhand goes long. There's a massive scream from Rublev. Come on. Come on. 5-3. He's just broken. What does that mean? It means he's going to serve for the set. Exactly a mirror image of what happened in the first set with Tsitsipas serving at 5-3 to take the set. Rublev's going to have the same opportunity right now. Starts off with a good serve out wide. Forehand from Tsitsipas goes wide. So it is 15-love. Orchid says, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. All I can hear is Apostolos. Like, literally, I can't hear anyone else apart from him. He's talking all the time. He talks way too much. Second serve, backhand cross from Tsitsipas, backhand to backhand. Into out goes Tsitsipas. Backhand again from Rublev, into out from Tsitsipas again. What a backhand. Oh my God. That is literally like Djokovic. That is Djokovic-esque on that backhand. He's almost gone splits and hit the backhand open stance down the line for a win. It's ridiculous. Tsitsipas trying to just pound the Rublev backhand, goes into it with the forehand. He's hit it well. Rublev open stance just blazes the backhand on the line for a winner. It's ridiculously good. 30-love. Second serve into the backhand of Tsitsipas. Bad miss from Rublev. Goes cross court with the forehand and goes into the net. Orca says, why, Stefanos? Why? It's time to break, Steph. Time to break, eh? Maybe. Serve into the net from Rublev. Second serve coming up. Backhand from Steph. All slice forehand from Rublev. Forehand volley from Tsitsipas down the line. Rublev goes wide. So 30-all. Tsitsipas is going to look to try and break it. Well, he's going to have to, right? Otherwise, he's out of this set. So if he wants to get it done in straight sets, he'd need to win this game, break back, try and give himself an opportunity. That's going to be difficult if he's not careful. Serve into the body of Tsitsipas. Drive forehand from Rublev is too good. Wow. That's so good. It's a good body serve as well. And I'm impressed by the way that he came forward there. Rublev wouldn't be coming forward probably a year or so ago. That's just very, very good. Second serve, backhand from Tsitsipas, backhand to backhand. Rublev, of course, has a set point here. Forehand from Tsitsipas is good cross court. Rublev hits the squash forehand into the net. Wow. Oh, good serve out wide from Rublev. Forehand into out. Slice from Tsitsipas. Forehand into win from Rublev. Forehand from Tsitsipas. Doesn't need to hit it. Rublev misses the into and forehand, which means there's a breakback opportunity here for Tsitsipas. Rublev's girlfriend is she's really feeling the emotions with her boyfriend, that's for sure. Backhand on the line from Rublev. Forehand from Tsitsipas into the net. That's a bad miss. Forehand from Rublev down the line. Slice from Tsitsipas into the net. Beautiful from Rublev. Good serve out wide and then into our forehand from the Russian. Very, very good. Orchid says, come on, Steph. Says, do it, Stefanos. Yeah, it's been very, very good. Second serve from Rublev into our forehand from Tsitsipas. Oh, he's hit the forehand wide. He's hit the forehand wide as a roar from Tsitsipas. He does hold in the end, saves a break point, and does end up holding. He takes a set 6-3. They're going into a decider. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? Oh, I love it. Guys, well, thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button and do subscribe if you are new. Read us, help us out. Thank you so much, guys, as always. We do appreciate your support. Rublev just being a lot better from the back of the court. And Tsitsipas' level definitely dropped. No doubt about that. So not a good mixture for the Greek player. And many came off second best in that second set. So we go into a decider. Well, because I hope Steph regroups and cleans it up. That was sloppy. We'll see, I guess, won't we? Yeah. We'll see. The music's pretty good for this, to be fair. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Well, we do appreciate it. Great to have you guys on, as always. Okay. So... the question is, how does this go? Anyway, Max, as I always say, it doesn't take much for a match to swing the other way. Oh, of course you do, Matthew. Matthew, let's go back to your comment from earlier. Come on. For example, we've seen it so often. When the business end of the set comes, the more elite players come alive and looks to break. My prediction is that Steph knows he has his man under control. When he's ready to step it up and break, he will. That is a direct quote from you, Matthew D'Souza. But yes, as you always say, of course, it could always swing as well. It's all good. It's all good. It happens. It's sport, right? And that's what I mean. Like, it's these guys. They're not the top 8 players for no reason. Anyone can be anyone. We've seen it this week. There's been a lot of so-called upsets, and that's because these guys are more evenly matched than people expect or realize, I think, at times. Dum 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 dum. I feel my tonsils are burning, which means I might be in for a bit of a horrible night. I'm speaking so much. It's difficult, man, because I love commentating. How long can I keep myself away from doing this? But that's why I'm lucky we've got other commentators, a commentary team as well. If you are interested in becoming a commentator, by the way, and joining our channel, we're looking for one more commentator on top of myself, Ash, Pat, and Venu. Then do email me. The email is qualityshot.f@gmail.com. It's in the description on this video as well. And it's just subject to a trial stream where I'll see how it goes. The person will see how it goes, and then if everyone's happy, get you on board. Second serve into the backhand of Rublev. It's not good enough. Forehand from Tsitsipas is a clean winner down the line. Matthew says, still fully expect Steph to win this match. Yeah, that's fair. I think if Rublev can hold his first 3 games in this set, he'll have done well, as I expect a Steph reaction. It does sound like deja vu after yesterday in FAA, though, Matthew. But you know what? We'll see. Forehand here. Oh, massive forehand from Steph cross court. Comes forward, goes into out. And I have to say, he's out-hit Rublev in the forehand exchange here, which isn't easy. That is very, very good from Steph. And the into-out forehand is put away. Rublev just succumbing to the pressure. They just couldn't really do much. Has a scramble for the forehands. And Tsitsipas doing very well at 30 love. Let's go Stefanos. So I think serving first as well is a slight advantage if he's able to hold, which it looks likely as he fires down his 7th ace of the match. Down the tee from the juice side, 40 love. So a wide backhand from Rublev into the net. It is a hold. 2 love. 1 love in this deciding set. Yeah, Orchid says, wow, that was a brutal forehand exchange. It was. You could hear the forehands like they were slapping the ball. Poor tennis ball getting absolutely beaten up. Whoever thinks about the tennis ball's feelings, eh? I guess that's what they're made for, to be fair. Isn't it? To get slapped from one side of the court to the other. How harsh. No one ever thinks about the tennis ball's lives. First serve into the net from Rublev. Second serve. Second serve into the backhand. Backhand into win from Tsitsipas. Backhand to backhand here. Into out forehand from Tsitsipas into the net. 15 love. Interesting. Starting to lose more and more of those longer exchanges, Tsitsipas, which is not a good sign. You would expect Rublev to have the worst shot tolerance out of the two. Hasn't really seemed to be the case for the last set and a bit. Second serve, backhand cross from Tsitsipas, forehand into out from Rublev is long. So 15-all. You're saying to the box, is that in? And the box is out, no? No, don't think so. It's out. We think it's the right call. Set on the tee, block return is, well, would have been out, I think, but the serve was out, so second serve. Second serve into the forehand of Tsitsipas that goes long. Blazes it long. Very ambitious return there. (30-15). Second serve is in. Well, sorry, first serve is in even. Sniper serve out wide from the ad side. Tsitsipas barely gets a racket on it, 40-15. This is very good serving from Rublev in this game so far. Finishes it off with a good serve into the backhand and then into our forehand. And the backhand from Tsitsipas goes long. Very good. Hard 15. Both guys starting off very strong on serve. Served on the tee from Tsitsipas. Then goes forehand, cross, forehand in the middle from Rublev. Forehand on the line from now Rublev. Drop shot from Steph is not good enough. It's really, really poor. So floated. It's not enough. It's not short enough. Rublev gets there and just swats it away. It's got to do better with that drop shot. Orca says Steph's not coming to the net. Why? I think it's because he's not sure where to approach you. He's been approaching to the backhand and getting passed down the line. So that wide from Steph then goes into out, goes long, love 30. And I think that put him off getting passed down the line with the backhand a few times. If he goes to the forehand side, Rublev passes him probably as well. His approach shots haven't necessarily been good enough. So he'd need to put not necessarily more pace, just more depth on him. If he can do that, then he'll be fine. But maybe he just doesn't quite back himself right now. America's crowd is with Rublev. Interesting, are they? That is interesting because Steph has been cheered on a lot this week. Orchid says, come on, Steph, big serves. You love a big serve, don't you, Orchid? From Stefanos. Serve is long, though. I hate to say, so second serve. Second serve. Backhand from Rublev into the net. 15-30. That is a freebie really given from Rublev to Tsitsipas there. That was a big, big chance for Rublev. Big chance to really push on the pressure point, or pressure points even, of Tsitsipas, but managed to do it. So about wide from Tsitsipas. Backhand cross from Rublev into a forehand from Tsitsipas. Then goes forehand cross. Forehand to forehand here. Tsitsipas goes down the line. Backhand from Rublev there. That's why, Orchid, he has not been coming to the net. He goes forehand down the line. He approaches the net. Rublev crunches the backhand down the line. Again, the approach is not deep enough. It's not good enough on it. Rublev punishes him down the line. And Tsitsipas scrambles to try and make the volley. Can't get it over the net. So he's going to have to try and save 2 break points here. August says, come on, Steph, finally serve. It's on his serve at the moment. It's getting behind his serve at the moment. He's struggling. Served on the tee. Good return from real great depth. Into in. Oh, he's got a bit fortunate there with the net cord, Steph. He has, yes, squash forehand, clips the net cord. Kind of just drops over. Rublev goes forehand down the line, misses it. Wow. Come on, Steph. Come on, Steph. Let's go, Steph. Let's go. Fair enough. Let's go. Forehand here. What a miss from Stefanos. That is poor. He's tried to go down the line from about 2 meters behind the baseline from a forehand that's so deep into court. He sliced it wide. I mean, that's a wild shot from Steph. I don't know what he was thinking. He gets broken. He just doesn't quite look mentally like he's all there at the moment. He's doing something with his forehand. I don't know. Maybe he's not quite hitting his forehand as he'd like. It's not been pleasant watching if you're a Tsitsipas fan for the last few games. Walker says Apostolos needs to be quiet. Oh no. Yeah, he does talk a lot, doesn't he, his dad? They've got Mark Philippoussis in the box and he barely ever speaks. So I don't know. I'm assuming he does all the training with him. But his dad is just like, just always there. Like, if you're going to be there, fine. But just, he doesn't need to coach him all the time. And I get he's your son and stuff, but I just think he's way too involved. And look, you can see he's talking to Philippoussis a lot. Philippoussis is occasionally talking to him, but like Mark Philippoussis is he was an incredible player back in the day. Oh, good serve. Rublev, unreturnable. 15 love. So on the forehand to forehand here. Oh, wow. Really good from Rublev. How did he manage? He somehow managed to maneuver that forehand down the line. Backhand from Steph goes wide. Walker says there's still time to break. Come on, Steph, pick it up. Yeah. Third on the forehand from Tsitsipas goes long. 40 love. This is very good from Rublev. He just needs to be tidy on his serve. Make a lot of first serves now. Hit his spots. Be very proactive on the 1+ plays. Third on the forehand is good from Tsitsipas. Very good down the middle. Rublev, though, just what's he doing? He's so cramped. Tries to go in to win, and you can see he's got barely any room and just kind of scoops it long. He needs to avoid doing that. Doesn't know what he plants himself too early sometimes, but it doesn't matter because it's a beautiful serve out wide. Short slice serve from the juice side. It's another ace number 9 for Andrey Rublev. It's 3-1 here in this deciding set. And his dad's like, come on, Steph. Thing is, the problem is, what people don't realize, like his dad doesn't realize, he's probably just comes across as really patronizing sometimes as well. Like he says, key for Rublev is not to give Steph anything. Ask Steph to up his level. Don't open the door for Steph to come back in. Yeah, 100%. It's easier said than done, but you are 100% right. Yeah. If he looks after his serve, right, what can he do? Good serve from Steph out wide. Rublev doesn't make the return. 15 love. From the outside, goes down the forehand from Rublev is made this time. Then goes forehand into win. Again, he's cramped himself. You can see Tsitsipas has got into out with the forehand. Again, Rublev, that's quite lazy with his footwork there. Like, he just plants his feet early and says, I'm just going to crunch to the board. And it's like, I can see he's so cramped. He's barely been able to rotate through the ball there. Orchid says, I really hope Steph replaces Apostolos in 2023. Oh my God, that is ridiculously good. Tsitsipas goes out wide with a serve. Rublev with a short, barely any backswing, but I thought there was a lot of follow through there. Forehand winner down the line on return. Beautiful 150 kilometer per hour return speed. It's almost 100 miles an hour. It's ridiculously good. 30-15. Serve down the forehand slice from Rublev is long. 40-15. Good from Steph. Or says, I really hope Steph replaces Apostolos in 2023. He doesn't need to be distracted by his dad if he wants to win a slam. Maybe. Let's go, Steph. You can come back as Orchid. Yeah, I think maybe he needs to sit with his mum and just say, come on, Steph, and that's it. I think all the instructions and stuff and he's basically one of his coaches. It's a bit distracting, I would imagine. But I don't know. It's tough to know. sometimes the father-son and father-daughter or mother-son or mother-daughter relationship in sports can work. Because so the T that was from Steph and Rublev doesn't make the return. So 3-2 here. Rublev still a break up, but Steph doing his job, just staying within touch, and he'll be looking to open up any break point opportunities whenever they become available. Try and make as many inroads as possible, of course, on even the Rublev serve. Guys, remember to hit that like button, please, if you haven't done so already. I really do appreciate it. And do subscribe if you are new. Really, really do appreciate it. It's great to have you guys on, as always. Yeah. Like, for some reason, he's cramped is because he doesn't want to go at the baseline. If he retreats behind, then he just loses the point anyway. But Matthew, all he has to do. So this is where, like, I've been watching a lot of videos actually about movement, and what Rublev sometimes doesn't do is you can take shorter, dynamic, explosive steps, right? Very short ones that then give you more room. What he's done there is he just planted his feet really early and said, that's it, I'm gonna plant my feet. When I mean he's cramped, I don't necessarily mean he needs to go back. I mean he needs to get round. He needs to be a bit more. He needs to give himself more space to be out here rather than here. That's all it is. Doesn't necessarily mean giving up the baseline. It just means being a bit smarter with your feet. But yeah, Orchid says that's interesting trivia. Has a player ever won a slam being coached by a parent aside from Williams sisters? Second serve from Rublev into in forehand from Rublev again, then goes down the line. Backhand from Tsitsipas is out. So 15 love. Matthew says, Kenna won Australian Open coached by a dad. Interesting. There's been quite a few, haven't there? Just on the women's side. So wide from Rublev. Then goes into in. That's better. And the forehand from Tsitsipas goes long. I'm trying to think, actually. Was it Andreescu? No, I don't think Andreescu was she? When she won the US Open? I don't think so. So out wide, backhand from Tsitsipas, slice from the Greek. Into win from Rublev. Backhand from Tsitsipas is long, trying to go down the middle. 40 love. His mum looks exasperated. Does Tsitsipas's. I love how Tsitsipas' dad talks in English and Greek. It's like, come on, let's go, and then talks in Greek. I'm just like, what? Joko. Gimme. Let's go. Oh, good serve. And the forehand from Tsitsipas is too good. Rublev goes into the net. Sam will be happy because I will be uploading some shorts of Rafa tonight. My sister was at the Rafa match yesterday, so she's done some videos for me. Forehand, massive forehand from Rublev. Then goes into out, comes to the net, slice from Tsitsipas, not good enough. Very, very good from Rublev. Love coming to the net there from the Russian. Impressive. Well, says, come on, Steph, need to break. Rublev, says Sam. Everyone in Steph's box is telling us Apostolos to be quiet. He's too much. Are they actually? I haven't seen that. Well, there's plenty on the women's side. What about the men? Yeah. He's in Rybakina at the moment, coached by a dad. Anyway, the men's side, I don't know. Must be Holger Rune, isn't his dad part of it? I don't know. So out wide from Tsitsipas, although he's Patrick Mouratoglou, isn't he? Great ace out wide from Tsitsipas, 30-15. Decide to grab Karakjai. I'm back now, very good. Also, this is kind of embarrassing for Steph. His dad is talking too much. You talk too much. So out wide, backhand from Rublev is good. It's a little slice from... Oh, this is why he's not been coming to the net. His approaches have not been good enough. They've just not been good enough. And he's paid because of it. He really has. It's just not been good from... it's not been good enough from Steph. Slice down the line and Rublev passes him cross court with the forehand. Needs to approach the net better. But maybe he doesn't. If he hits an ace like that from the juice side, no need to approach the net. Beautiful ace out wide from Tsitsipas, 40-30. He's staying in touching distance. That's what he's doing. Staying in touching distance. Full. Serve into the forehand. Oh my God. I have to say, Andrey Rublev, by the way, was one of the most average returners on tour. His return has improved a lot. And I think it's just because he, again, like Steph, has just shortened his backswing. He's realized, I think these tournaments, when the courts are so quick, they realize, why is my backswing so big? The short backswing on the forehand, and he crunched it down the line in to win. Takes us to juice, but then Tsitsipas says, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to hit a massive serve down the tee from the juice side. I've got game point again. Tell you that. Oh my God, he's done it again. Again, he's tried to go into the backhand side. Rublev finds the forehand. Into it again. Again, he's got winner into win down the line. Ridiculous on the forehand. Oh, this is too good. Back to juice. So out wide again, forehand is good from Rublev. The forehand on the line from Tsitsipas is beautiful, and he's utilizing the serve out wide beautifully. Steph there dragged him out, then goes forehand on the line, and he's asking the crowd to get behind him. It's Tsitsipas, and the crowd will be now because they want it to go on longer, right? They want to see a final set tiebreaker, so it's advantage Tsitsipas. Also, even the commentators are saying Apostolos is throwing Steph off. Commentators can be very, very biased. Oh, what a miss. Serve out wide, and the backhand from Tsitsipas clips top of the net cord, and Tsitsipas blazes it wide on the forehand into out. Ridiculous miss. Back to juice. Serve out wide. Block return from Tsitsipas into the net. Advantage Tsitsipas. Sam Stuff thought this match finished ages ago, lol. Hawk says, come on, Steph. The crowd are chanting Tsitsipas. He's got advantage again. Steph looks deflated, says Orchid. I don't want my Rafa dropping to number 2. All right, fair enough. Dropping, not just dropping. Dropping. Third on the tee from Tsitsipas. Great return from Rublev. Right at the feet of Tsitsipas. And Tsitsipas goes long with the forehand. We're back to juice. Rublev is like, come on, he knows. He breaks now. Rublev breaks now, and he'll serve for the match. It'll be done, I'm telling you. Sam says, so finish him, Rublev. Come on, Stefanos, says Orchid. Serve, clips top of the net cord. This is a massive point. You just feel if Rublev is able to open up the break point, I feel like he'll break. Oh, Steph has gifted him the break point opportunity with a double fault. Tries to go down the tee with a second serve. Oh, no. His dad is like, come on. His mom's like, come on. That's not helping, man. That wouldn't help me. Great service. Come on. Great service, his dad saying, come on, let's go. Let's see. Where's he going to go? Goes into the net. Oh, no. Come on, Steph holds as Orchid. He needs to save this break point first. Soroban says, come on, Sitsi. We shall see. Second serve is long. Oh, no. Capitulation of epic proportions. Back-to-back double faults has gifted Rublev the double break here. I can't believe it. What has just happened? That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. What has he done? What has he done? How has he just gifted them like that? That is ridiculous, isn't it? Unreal. Genuinely, I just can't believe it. Like, that is just ridiculous. My God. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. La 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 la. Time. Oh, so that means that Rublev is going to serve for the matches, and that means he'd play the semi-final tomorrow. What an ace out wide. Second serve, ace. 15 love. This is so bizarre. Being super impressed with Steph this week, but midway through the second set, his level began a steep descent. Agreed. Mentally checked out of the double fault. Back-to-back double faults. Very reminiscent, actually, of the Felix loss, by the way, to Fritz. Checked out in the deciding set. Lost at 6-2. A similar thing could happen here. Great return from Tsitsipas. A great backhand on the line from Rublev. Oh, he's missed the backhand cross. That was a gimme, really, for Rublev. I don't think he can believe he's missed it. Soroban says he has gifted the point. Agreed. He did gift the point. This is unreal, says Orchid. Steph just needs to go for broke now. Olivia says, love Greece. Yeah, it's in trouble here. Good serve out wide from Rublev. Forehand from Tsitsipas goes long. 30-15. Matthew says, is Steph's drop in level a reaction to the previous match he had? Why? No, I don't think so. I just think he just had a drop. I genuinely think he expected to be able to just bully Rublev's backhand side, and he hasn't been able to do that, and he's just not been as I think he's run out of ideas, honestly. Into out forehand from Rublev. Slices from Tsitsipas are not good enough because the second slice is short. Rublev steps in, crunches it in to win 40-15. Andrey Rublev, 2 match points here. This set has, it's escalated very quickly. Orchid says, tough for Steph. His level drops, and then Apostolos just sent things plummeting. Yeah, good serve. Down T from Rublev. Oh, he's done it. The backhand from Tsitsipas doesn't even make its way over the net. What a win for Andrey Rublev. Clinical in the third set. Tsitsipas's level dropped massively, I think, as Matthew says, midway through the second set. Could it be because of the epic match against, who was it, Medvedev? I don't personally think so. I just think Rublev played a lot better than I think Steph expected. His backhand was a lot better than Steph expected. And I was impressed. I've been impressed with Rublev. 10 aces apiece. And, after the first set, it looked like Steph was going to run away with it. But Rublev picked himself up, brushed himself off and said, look, I'm going to go again. And he's fought really well. He's been mentally very good, I think, in this tournament. I've been quite impressed with his mental fortitude, I have to say. So we'll see how he gets on for the rest of the tournament and the semi-final, etc. But I think he's been very, very good generally. So let's see. It's been good though. I think it's been very, very good. I don't know what you guys think, but I've been impressed with Rublev. I think Rublev was a lot better than I think a lot of people would have expected. I don't think a lot of people expect him to even make it out of the group. I didn't. I expected it to be, between Djokovic and Medvedev and Tsitsipas, and I think I backed Tsitsipas to make it through, and I didn't think Medvedev would. But actually, Rublev was very, very good, I thought, and he has been very good for a very long time. So, very, very, very good from Andrey Rublev, and I'm actually interested to see how he gets on now against. I'm very interested to see how he gets on against Casper Ruud tomorrow, because I think Casper Ruud has been playing some very, very good tennis, but is he good enough to beat this guy? I don't know. In honesty, I don't know. So we shall see. It's going to be intriguing. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I am. Orchid says, congrats to Rublev. Matthew, something was up. There was barely any emotion from Steph, and he never even challenged. There's no need to challenge there. I mean, I think, to be fair, Matthew, there's always a lot going on in Steph. And I think he's a very philosophical guy, and I think there's always a lot going on in his box and stuff as well. So I don't think he was injured or anything. I just think he wasn't probably very happy with how he was playing, and he's a competitor, right? I think when these guys lose, it hurts a lot. So I can imagine this one really hurt. So look, he has had a few very good weeks, actually, and it is surprising not to see him go through, especially after beating Medvedev. I thought it was a great victory, a very clutch victory in the end as well, and a final set tiebreaker. It's a shame to see it will go away, although, interestingly, of course, Rublev had a very similar match against Medvedev, and it just shows, I guess, how good that group has been. Djokovic has just been the best, and it's ironic because Medvedev has lost, but he's lost in final set tiebreakers to everyone. So you could say that, obviously a couple of points difference in the final set tiebreakers, and Medvedev could have topped the group. So I know a lot of people writing off because he hasn't been playing very well, but he actually took Djokovic and pushed him a lot harder than anyone else. Ox's Apostolos is unbearable. Thanks to Stream for Uncatchulators. Happy for Rublev and Fritz, as it means so much these guys agreed. Steph played like it was a dead rubber. Well, not the first set, but after that, I have to agree. I think it was not. I don't think he played like he was a dead rubber. I think that's maybe a bit harsh, but his level dropped. His level dropped, no doubt, and it was a shame. It was a shame to see it because he is a top player, and those guys were really going at it. So I'm sure, he'll brush himself off. He'll come back in the Australian Open, where he has a great record in the last couple of years, making the semi-finals twice in the last 2 years. So look, he'll be fine. He's made some major improvements to his game, the return and the backhand, as has Rublev, similarly return and backhand. So it's great to see the improvements made from both these players, and they're continually improving. And that's all we can ask as tennis fans, that these guys keep on improving, and we want to see some top quality matches. So fantastic from both players. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. We really do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button and do subscribe if you are new. We will see you tomorrow for the semi-finals, hopefully. Hopefully both. We'll keep you updated. But yeah, thank you very much. Have a great evening. See you soon.